Good morning, this is Nelson from Holman Motor RV in Batavia, Ohio. I'm going to be doing a walkthrough on a Cherokee wolf den. This wolf den is model number 26EV, and this is an electric only unit, so there's no propane. So the first thing you notice on the tongue is that there are no propane tanks. So there is no propane in this camper. There's your battery box, and you have a manual jack on this particular model. You have two rear stabilizer jacks. So after you get the unit off your truck at your campsite, you'll level it and then put down your two stabilizer jacks in the back. On the side, you have the back end of your water heater. So this does have a tank, and this right here is your drain plug, and you notice they have Teflon tape on it. This particular one does have an anode on it, so each year you might want to take a good look at that and look at replacing it. They're only $12 each, and you can put Teflon tape and put it back in when you de-winterize in the spring. Notice there's no propane hookups. This is also electric, so everything on this unit is electric. Okay, this is your fresh water. Put your garden hose here and fill it with fresh water, and when you're running off of the fresh water holding tank, you do have to use the water pump. If you're connected to a city water connection, you do not have to use the water pump. The hose would remain connected here and to your water source. Underneath, you have a white valve. When you pull that handle, that drains your freshwater holding tank for you. This is your 30 amp electric plug, and this is your sewer connection. So whether you have full hookup at your campground, you can hook up your sewer hose here straight to the sewer connection, or on your way out of the campsite, there's usually a dump station where you dump. And when you go to dump, you want to pull the black handle first. That takes care of all the waste from the toilet. And then you pull the gray one, and that kind of rinses everything else out. Your gray tank is the water from your sinks and the shower. Now, you don't have a ladder connected to the back, but you do need to get on the roof twice a year, beginning and end of the camping season, and inspect all of the caulking up there for any cracks. If there's any cracks, you want to use some caulking to fill those cracks so you don't end up with water damage in your camper. You have storage here. This is actually underneath one of the bunks, so you can get to it from the inside of the camper or from the outside, and this compartment is shown. You do have a TV backer on the outside to hang your TV, and an electrical outlet here on the outside. Going into the camper, the first thing you'll notice is that there's no light switches. So all the lights that you want to turn on will have to be turned on manually by pushing a button in the center of each of the lights. In the front of the camper, we have your bed. It's a queen size bed, and you have storage on each side. You have two reading lights over top of the bed. Those are activated the same way with pushing the button in the center. You do have an additional place to have someone sleep. Simply remove these arms, and this is just a jackknife bed that folds down to a bed. To put it back up, fold it back up and push, and put the armrest back in on both sides. You have additional storage close to the door, and you have another TV backer here and a plug here for it. Moving up into the kitchen area, You do not have a stove. You do have a microwave, but you'll notice there's no stove, so no propane again. This is an all-electric unit. And you also have no propane heater, so the only heater you have in this one is your electric fireplace. Now there is a remote for your fireplace. There's a on-off button for your fireplace. You can also do the temperature. Have low and a high setting for the temperature. You can feel the heat coming out the top at this. Well, you can smell it too. Brand new unit. So when we turn that heat off, now it'll continue to blow until the elements cool. You also have a timer. If you look at the timer, you have 30 minutes, 1 hour, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, up to 9 hours of timing for the timer. You can change the color of the flames, and as well as the colors of your rocks underneath. So you can have this on just for ambiance without the heat, or you can choose a setting for the heat as well. Now you have your awning, retract and extend for your awning on the outside. You also have lights here that light up for the different levels. So in the gray tank, empty, black tank, empty. We have a little bit of water in your freshwater holding to demonstrate your sinks, and your battery's full. You have a switch here for your electric water heater and a switch for the pump. So when you turn on the pump, now you're working off your freshwater holding tank. If you're connected to city water, you do not need that pump on. Good water pressure just running off the water pump. You're inside of your microwave. You have two, it's kind of like two refrigerators next to each other. They have made it so that the doors open on opposite ends, so you have some decent space for groceries. And you have a small freezer at the top of each of the refrigeration units. A little bit of additional storage. You have two bunks in this corner, and they're full-size bunks. And that's the storage under the bed in the back with your access to the outside. Your dinette will also fold down to a sleeping area. Simply pull the table off of these two poles, and then the table sits on this edge on both sides, and then fill in the space with the back cushions. Going into your bathroom, there's your shower unit, a nice size shower, toilet, and sink. So if any of your outlets aren't working, your GFI reset is right here in the bathroom. So once you hit the reset here, if that didn't do the trick, then you come here to your electric box that's underneath the refrigerators. You have circuit breakers just like your one at home, and you also have 12-volt fuses, and it's labeled of what each of those are for. Now, next to that box you'll see your propane carbon monoxide detector. Now, that's always on for safety purposes, so you're always going to have a little bit of draw off your battery even if everything is off. That's for safety purposes. You can't unwire that. The only way to truly disconnect is to remove the battery terminal up at the front battery box. On your toilet, you have a front pedal. If you push this pedal partially down, it will fill the bowl with water. So now it looks just like your one at home. So now you can do your number 2s. When you're done, push the pedal all the way to the floor, and it rinses everything down into your black tank. This is also where you want to add your chemicals to the black tank to break down the waste and the toilet paper. The least amount of toilet paper that goes in, the less likely it is to paper mache the inside of your black tank. You do have a vent at the top. There's no fan on it, but there's a manual crank to open and close your vent cover. To operate your AC, you can turn it colder or hotter with the left dial, and this one turns it on and off. You can use fan only or turn it to lower high cool. Lower high cool on this side, colder and warmer on that side. You can close this vent or have it open for direct flow. There's plenty of storage underneath the front bed. You can get containers, and there's room for a lot of containers up front. And that's about it on this unit. Thanks, and enjoy your camping.